Hey guys, Jonathan here with Florida Turf Pros. I receive numerous requests from people about advice on starting a lawn care business. I think people have seen some of our early success, and I just want to pick my brain on some of the things that have worked for us. Now, while I certainly don't have all the answers, I have made some good decisions and certainly have been very blessed in the 3 years we've been in business. And I feel like I do have some good information that I can pass along to you if you are looking at starting a lawn care business. So in this video, I'm going to take a lot of the videos that I've previously done, and I'm going to condense that down into just some meat, just the raw stuff, man. I'm not going to put a whole lot of detail into it, but I am going to give you the things that I think you really need to think about and think through to get your lawn business off the ground and on the right track for success. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. And if you enjoy, please consider subscribing and then liking the video for more great content. Okay, so whenever you are looking at starting your lawn care business, you're probably thinking about a name. Now, what's in a name? Everything is in your lawn care business name, all right? My suggestion, whenever you are choosing your business name, is to come up with a name that does a few things. One, that identifies exactly what it is that you do. And then two, is broad enough to let you expand, okay? I would steer you away from coming up with anything that's too cutesy. It doesn't have to be fancy or quirky, guys, you know, just all these like silly names. It doesn't have to do that. It just has to stick. It has to say exactly what you do, and it has to be broad enough to allow your company room to grow, okay? First recommendation, think through your business name with those things in mind. Okay, the second tip that I would give you is you need to kind of figure out where you want your business to go, all right? Now, if you want to stay as a solo operator your entire life, that's okay. If you want to run just a few crews, that's okay. If you want to build an empire, go get it, buddy. But I would say start with the end in mind, okay? Don't just jump in and say, I'm going to go cut some yards and just see what happens, all right? A better approach is to identify, you know, why it is you're doing this. Do you love being outdoors? Are you trying to do something better for your family? Are you trying to better yourself in some way? Do you want more time? All those things can come from this industry, I'm here to tell you, but you really need to think through what it is that you're wanting to accomplish with this lawn business and why you're wanting to do it. Figure out exactly what you want your lawn care business to be in 10 years, and that is going to be a guiding point for a lot of decisions that you're going to be making in the future. Okay, guys, the third tip that I would give you is in regards to equipment. Now, this is kind of the fun part, so let's have some fun with this. There's a ton of different brands out there: Exmark, Gravely, Skag, Toro, John Deere, Hustler, and I'll be completely honest with you. Every one of those companies makes a great mower, but I want to tell you this. Equipment is important, but dealer support is everything. Now, you can have the absolute best equipment, but if your dealer does not stock the parts that you need, or if your dealer just sucks in your area, I would drive an hour to another location to find a dealer that I connected with, okay? And I'll give you a little tip here on something that I did that has just worked out tremendously for me, and I am shameless about this. Whenever our new dealer came into our area, he was literally opening up shop 1.5 miles from my house, all right? 1.5 miles. And I said, this is like too good to be true. I do not want to take a chance of this guy not knowing who we are and forming a good relationship with him. I shamelessly got my mom to bake cakes and send up there. I went in there and introduced myself. I brought them cakes. I was their first mower purchase. I went in there, introduced myself, and brought gifts, and I formed that relationship. And man, when I call on the phone now to our dealer, they're great guys, but man, they jump, they give me the respect that, you know, everybody wants to receive. And I really credit reaching out to them in the very, very beginning, kind of setting ourselves apart by just making that relationship happen. Now we have a great relationship with that dealer. They have been absolutely fantastic to us. And guys, I cannot stress how important it is. Again, the equipment is important, but having a good relationship and a quality dealer, that trumps everything, okay? Okay, the fourth tip that I'm going to give you for starting your lawn care business is you need to become known as the best at something, all right? Too many times I see guys starting out and they have the best of intentions, but they try to do too much. They overextend themselves. You know, you'll see a slogan like, call Mike's Lawn Service for all your outdoor needs. All your outdoor, what does that even mean? Like, can you do paver patios? Can you do retaining walls? Are you going to be able to put in people's pools? I mean, can you do concrete? Are you doing landscaping, installs, flowers? Are you experts in all that stuff? All your outdoor needs, like you're a solo guy. You can't do all their outdoor needs. Don't market yourself as that. Be completely real and be completely transparent. My advice on this is to become known at being the best in something, and you do that by focusing. Become known for being the best at residential lawn care in your area, period. Become known for doing the best work on homeowners' properties in your area. Become known for pruning crepe myrtles better than anybody else in the entire area. Become known at transforming people's flower beds better than anybody in the area. But my point being is that when you're starting out, do not overextend yourself. If you can only go and put a retaining wall fire pit, you know, or a block fire pit, you know what I'm talking about, those ring fire pits that you see on Pinterest. If that's all you can do for somebody's backyard, then do that and do it better than anybody else, okay? Be the best at that, but don't say you can go and do retaining walls. Become known at being the absolute best in something, and I promise the more you're focused, the more your bottom line is going to increase. Okay, the fifth tip that I would give you is wear a uniform. Now, you don't have to be elaborate with this, but I can assure you that if you have on a uniform that identifies you and your company, a few things are going to happen whenever you step on a client's property. Number one, that client gives you immediate respect. They are not talking to a lawn guy anymore. They're talking to a company. You're going to have to trust me on that because I have seen it happen. It's happened to me multiple times whenever I first started. I originally thought to myself, how am I going to differentiate myself from everybody? I got a nice uniform, and as soon as I walked up from day one, people gave me respect immediately. I really wasn't even expecting it because we were new, but having a nice uniform, guys, if we're going to spend $10,000 on a mower, you can invest $100 in some decent shirts that are logoed up to make your business look completely professional. It's cheap and you're crazy not to do it because not only do people give you more respect, the neighbors look across there and see a professional company. It boosts your confidence. Your overall feeling and sense of pride is increased, okay? It's something that's very, very simple to do, but makes a drastic impact on the success of your business. Okay, the sixth tip that I'm going to give you for starting your lawn care business is create continuity in your equipment. This kind of goes back to that equipment thing, but I want to stress something, all right? Whenever I first started, I kind of looked at some of my buddies' setups in the area, and, you know, they had pretty big businesses, but whenever I looked at their setups, I was shocked, man. You know, they would have enclosed trailers, and you'd look in there, and it looked like a bomb went off. They'd have Shindawa, Echo, Steel, Red Max, Husqvarna, you name it. Stuff was everywhere, and then parts. They had so many different parts for, you know, making minor repairs and stuff. And as soon as I saw that, I said, that's a bad way to run a business. If you're going to do this, I cannot stress, just pick a brand, okay? We personally run Echo. A lot of people love Steel. People swear by Husqvarna. Shindawa makes a great blower. Red Max makes a great blower. Forget all that, man. It all does the job. I promise you, it all does the job, okay? Do not overthink this portion, but I promise by creating continuity in your equipment, it's so much easier. Carry one extra speed feed head, and you can replace it on every single weed eater. You only have to carry one air filter. Now, if you got 6 or 7 different pieces of equipment that you've hodgepodged together, it's going to turn into a nightmare, and you're going to have to carry so many more different replacement parts. I promise, just simplify all that. do your research, commit to a particular brand, and then create continuity in your equipment, all right? Okay, the seventh tip that I'm going to give you is utilize technology from day one. Do not put this off, okay? I am firm whenever I say that. There are so many great programs out there for utilizing technology. Do not let this scare you off, okay? You're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do long term if you have any goals for growing your business and making it more than just collecting money on the side without technology. I mean, I guess you could, but my experience has been this. The software that I use and Yardbook, I've done a lot of videos on that. We particularly use Yardbook. There's Jobber, there's Service Autopilot, QuickBooks has stuff. But it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is by utilizing the technology that is available now, it makes the job so much easier. Routing, your scheduling, your interaction with your clients, bill pay, all that stuff. You don't have to keep track in Excel spreadsheets or write down or manually send out invoice. You don't have to do any of that stuff anymore. There's guys a lot smarter than us that are out there creating this software, man, and let them do their thing and you reap the benefits of it, okay? Again, we started with Yardbook because it was free. We've since transitioned into a paid version on that platform. I love it, but I do just want to say there are plenty of other options out there. Do your research, and most importantly, make sure that you are utilizing technology from day one. It just has such a drastic impact on the overall flow of your business. Okay, the eighth tip that I'm going to give you in starting your lawn care business is jab, 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 uppercut. What do I mean by that? You're going to fly under the radar for the first little bit, okay? You're going to quietly go about your business. You're going to work your ass off behind the scenes very quietly. These are your jabs. You're building up momentum and you are wowing your clients. You're not telling everybody in the whole world how great you are yet. You're jabbing along. The competition doesn't even know you're there, okay? What's going to happen is you're going to grow slow and steady, and you're going to start figuring out some things. You're going to figure out how to do sales. You're going to figure out how to do marketing. You're going to figure out how to talk to your clients and make them understand that you are the best at this, all right? And you're going to do that all under the radar slowly. You're going to do that without your competition even knowing. And you know what's going to happen? About that second or third year, after you've been just jabbing, just very, very quietly, you're going to throw a knockout punch. You are going to hit that area with 10,000 flyers. You are going to go into an SEO campaign on a website. You are going to go crazy, and the competition is going to say, holy hell, what happened? What happened is you were quietly working your ass off, going about your business, quietly gaining market share, quietly gaining market. And then what happened was once you had yourself a handful of clients, you took that little bit of weight that you had and then just used it to exponentially catapult your business. Look, you don't have to be the absolute best out of the gate, but what you have to do is you have to quietly go about your business getting better and better and better, because there is going to come that day whenever you're ready to take the plunge, throw that uppercut, and become the major or a major player in your market. Okay, guys, the ninth tip that I'm going to give you is that if you're doing a lawn care business, you're most likely going to be offering hedge trimming services. You're going to be offering, mulch installation, pine straw installation. And I want to talk about keeping your price correct on your hedge trimming and then mulch installations. You can build up your mowing list and figure out how to get very, very profitable on a yard mowing it. Let's say if you make $50 in 30 minutes mowing a yard. Well, if you tack on hedge trimming for an extra $20 and it takes you half an hour, you've really screwed yourself out of all those mowing profits, okay? My recommendation on pricing out extra work is it needs to be as profitable as your mowing is, okay? If you're getting $90 per man hour mowing, you better be getting $90 per man hour hedge trimming or pretty close, or you should not be doing that service, okay? It's not a good idea to just say, okay, well, I'm here, I'll tack on, an hour's worth of hedge trimming work for 15 or 20 bucks. You are sucking all the profit that you've worked so hard to maintain from your mowing by not pricing your hedge trimming correctly. Pricing hedge trimming is an entirely different topic, but my recommendation on this is if you're offering additional services, you really need to make sure that you're pricing that work to be as profitable, and most of the time it should be even more profitable than your mowing rates. Okay guys, my 10th and final tip for you in starting your lawn care business is this. Do not stop learning, okay? This is the most important one, all right? Do not stop this video before I finish this. There are a ton of guys on YouTube. There are a ton of guys probably in your area who have done this a lot longer than you. And I promise, if you do your research and then listen to the advice of people who have already done this, okay, who have had success, do you think that I could have done some of the things that I've done without doing a lot of diligent research and doing my homework and reaching out to people who knew more than I did? No, I could not have, okay? I like to consider myself as a fairly smart guy, but I was not smart enough to know the things that I didn't know. But you know what? I was smart enough to reach out to people who knew more than me. I was smart enough to do my research, and I was smart enough to do my homework and continue learning, okay? My channel, I try to provide a lot of content for you guys that's just nuts and bolts information that is the real deal stuff, okay? It's applicable. It's not theoretical. It's not stuff that I think might work. You know, it's stuff that legitimately works, okay? There's a handful of other channels on YouTube that I feel offer quality content as well. There's a lot of garbage out there and a lot of fluff, okay? But there are some really good stuff out there. If you just put in a little bit of time, do your research, you'll start weeding through the garbage, and you'll come across things that really and truly benefit you and that you can learn from, okay? Never stop learning. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and liking, but I would like your feedback on something, okay? If there's anything I missed, I would like to hear what you think is most important for starting a lawn care business. Just leave 1 or 2 tips down there. I always learn just as much from you guys as you do from me. But leave me your feedback, because it's just very interesting to read these comments, all right? Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all have a great weekend, all right? God bless.